Yo, yo. Yo, yo. Anything is better when you attach a minigun to it. Yeah, they're pretty cool. You can't really go wrong with a dwarven minigun. A dwarven crank gun. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Yo, yo. What golden what? Golden barrels of what? No, these are... What? I think I'm going to keep the barrel length, though. I don't think I'm going to shorten it. I don't think there's a reason to. I think it would look a little bit stupid, actually, shortened, because I have a better idea for posing this thing. So no shortened barrel. No, this is for Age of Sigmar. Caradron. It's going to be Arcanaut Company, but I'm trying to convert them a little bit. Except I've got a problem. I fucked up a rivet, and you know what that means? If I can't fix it, I try and find another one. I'm trying to, the original had the hand down here, and he was supposed to kind of, like, hold it up like this, but I'm gonna put it so it's held up like a heavy bolter. So he's gonna have it kind of like this. At least once it's put together. Like that. I can't hold it together, but yeah, make it look a bit better. My only gripe is there's a rivet here that's kind of fucked. Yo, yo. I gotta see if I can repair this rivet, because I really don't want to scrape another one of those out. Let's see if I can fix this ever so slightly. Ooh, that's even worse. Hey! Yikes. Holy moly. We fucked it. Unlucky. Man. Oh, maybe not. No. We may have fucked it. And knowing my brain... actually, do I even need the rivets? A lead pencil? What? It's a toothpick. Toothpick. Man, I love how my brain works. It's so, Ay, ay, ay. If I have a fucking another minigun bit, I am bound to just do it again. If there were two in an Arcanaut company kit, that's, like, perfect. If not, that's a little bad. It's an unlucky thing. Then we move on to a different troop for now. Oh boy. There is one per Arcanaut kit. Ah, the cringe, the cringe. I can maybe make it work then. Sometimes they have two. If the sprues are a little weird. Sometimes. Because I don't think I ever owned more than one Arcanaut company, and I've never used them. So that's kind of where all of these bits come from anyways. Maybe I've got another one, though. If I have two skyhooks, clearly I have two miniguns, no? Because then that would also mean there's only one skyhook per box. Oh, it's right here. Look, look, look. Holy shit, I had two. I guess I had 2 units. Yes, my brain. Yes! Fuck that bit. I'll use it for something else. God bless buying the Caradron Overlords day one when they first got released and never using them. What a very Warhammer thing to do. At least I can use their bits now. Thank God. There is not a more Warhammer thing than buying something and forgetting about it. Or having an idea to use it, and then you're like, you know what? I'll save it for a rainy day. Which you never do, you just end up selling it. Because, like, you've never worked on it. I mean, that's every Warhammer player ever. I don't really want to use the Caradron kits, but I want all of their bits. I think that's where I'm at right now in the hobby. And again, I'm grateful that I purchased them day one, because good God, with price hikes and everything, I got the kits brand new. I'm going to be building a fucking frigate. Just not like the frigate. I'd say that's a W. Hang on. We are making a minigun dwarf. Minigun dwarf. All this is just profuse cutting. But the idea is coming together slowly. If it was just chopped a little better, you do this, and you put this here, and you put this here. Then you get his other arm, and you go like this, and then you put it in like this, and then you push this onto this, and then you realize it's backwards, and you're like, wow, that's really ridiculous, and that's not the arm. Actually, does it matter? I guess it kind of matters. Hang on. Goodbye, bit. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So it goes like this, and you push this onto here, kind of, and then it's going to be something like that. But not so far off the body. Minigun dwarf? I mean, it's kind of similar to Vermintide, maybe a little bit more high-tech, slightly. But that's the idea. Once it's all cleaned up and properly done. We'll see. A dwarf, a long arm. A long arm. You gotta shave these down quite a bit. Bum, bum. These have to be shaved down quite a bit. Even all of this can leave. Like, what is this?
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
Yo, Katu, thank you, buddy. Yeah, there's not many of them. Well, when your race has been battered by war and betrayal and endless amounts of invasions and all this other bullshit, and you've got, like, a lot less females in society, it's like, yes, your race is kind of on the decline. And you're not a very progressive group of individuals. Like, yeah, you know. You won't be in the best of states, I think. gonna be a little bit rough for your race of beings, I do believe. I have no idea what that says, but thank you. God bless you. God bless you. But I have literally no clue. It says, hello, everyone. Oh, hello. Ba-ba-bum, bum, ba-ba-bum. Oh, I know it's Russian. Yeah, I know it's Russian. Dude, you know, every time I see Russian, I'm like, you know what? Why have we not listened to this in fucking 30 ages? I miss the Zangief band, actually. Yeah, literally anything. Anything from this fucking band. I miss them. And then I miss playing Zangief, and then I have to, like, download the game, and then I have to not want to play the game because it's, like, okay, but I don't want to keep playing it. Perfect stream to finish my sisters. Have fun, brother. This is, Scraping Plastic City. We're the reasons the oceans are drying up, and the sea turtles can no longer breathe. What game is big? Everything looks like it should fit properly if it's done well. Oh, SF6 is huge, yeah. I mean, it's good, but it's just, it's... I mean, I made Master Tier in it, and I'm like, eh. Zangief is really good right now. Hmm. I kind of miss playing Zangief now, dude. Fuck, this is getting me, like, to download the game, man. I kind of miss playing Geef. Why? It is mind control. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, Keith is cool. You know, I thought about 2 seconds ago in my brain, I'm like, what if I did Warhammer and then played random Street Fighter matches, like just rank games every half hour or something? It's not a bad idea. It is not a bad idea, but like, nah, I don't want to. I don't think I want to. You're right, it would take away from this. And I need to finish this, so this is more important. Do 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 do. Well, I gotta glue this together anyway, so this is the next thing to do. Well, this... right now I'm doing it... So, the 2 things I'm currently working on is a 2,000 point Old World Dwarf Army, and then I'm also working on a Caradron Spearhead, which is what this is, but it's a converted one. That's what I'm doing, currently. Basically, a semi-converted 2K Dwarf list, and then a complete converted 2000, or not 2000, but Spearhead Caradron box. Oh, I've been doing it, trust me. There's a reason I haven't been streaming as much, which I'm actually going to be streaming again on the main channel today. Probably around, like, 1 o'clock. Laundry's been going in. I did the dishes. I cleared the stairwell. I still got to clean the bathroom and the living room, but, like, so far, so good. 12 p.m. No, I'm busy, man. If Ivana was here, my girlfriend, she'd help, but, like, since I'm a one-man show right now with the dog... Well, I also got to take Mochi for a walk. And I also have to go bring in my, packages. I have, like, somebody donated money for exercise equipment, and I purchased it, and it's here. And they delivered it at, like, fucking 4 a.m. Like, what the hell? I've never heard of, like, Amazon delivery at 4 a.m., but they do that now. Get Mochi to clean the kitchen. He should, with all the shit he fucking drops in it. I mean, they're getting paid. I don't know about being poor workers. If you're dropping off packages at 4 a.m., that's your money. Although I'm sure Amazon could probably pay better. I don't know how well they do with their employees. I have no idea. I mean, beef jerky's expensive, dude. Beef jerky's so good. Maybe not enough to live with, but, like, that's tasty. Wait, I'm missing the torso. What the fuck? Oh. I need rain noise, dude. My brain hurts right now. Let's just do rain noise. Rain noise. Rain noise at 12 p.m.? Sure. Why not? Looks good. Sounds good. Maybe not this one, though. This one kind of sounds like shit. This is not ASMR. Oh, what the hell is? Oh, this is the Spotify one, so you know this one's, like, coked out of its mind. Sad hours. It's too early in the day for that. This is like lunchtime. This is like lunchtime. Starting work in the morning, maybe it's like a morning and noon program. I don't, maybe they work throughout the night. I mean, people at Amazon, I'm sure, work 24/7, to be honest, most of them. Nine to five. My perfect workday is waking up at 4 p.m., having dinner until 9 p.m., and then working from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., and then having a 3-hour break, and then going to bed. That's a good work day. But you know what? In reality, if that was your life, you'd have no purpose. I feel like you'd be so lost. That is unlivable. My, I think what I'm enjoying right now, at least when I get on proper schedule for the league stuff, is I want to try and stream around noon, because it gives me time in the morning to take Mochi out, to do laundry, to eat, to exercise, to just wake the fuck up and, like, live a little, you know? And then at noon, I can go probably until, like, 9 p.m. 9 or something like that. Maybe a little bit less. But I feel like the number one thing I don't like doing is waking up really early and immediately trying to do stuff like that. Like, just go in. Because I do have a few things to do every morning, ideally, and I'd rather get them done before I sit down for like 10 hours straight, you know? But we'll see. We will see. Holy fuck, I have to clean this desk up. It's such a fucking mess. Nobody snort this table. We're gonna go next life real quick. Thank God I have a hand vacuum, though. Shit is so useful. And it's like 20 bucks on Amazon, which is even better. Super cheap. Can't really go wrong with Amazon tools for, like, hobbying. It is excellent. Plastic Coke. Yeah, I don't know about that one, though. It's not very good for you. Dude, this weekend, this is going to be the best weekend in a long time. I cannot wait for Saturday. I am going to be at that Games Workshop before it even fucking opens. I'm going to be frothing at the mouth, waiting to break down the goddamn door to pick up my goddamn dwarves. Oh, baby, it is time. Give me the dowie. I have waited a very long time for this. We're chilling for now. We're going to be streaming League soon. Again at about maybe 1 p.m. Give me the dowie! Surprised it didn't come out with dwarves first initially for Old World, but, like, I guess Bretonnia Tomb Kings bringing them back to, like, you know, the days of when they had a miniature range. That's cool. I feel like the Empire wasn't first just because it's so, because they're still doing the cities, right? So, like, I don't know. You've kind of got it, like, a little bit elsewhere, I suppose, whereas Tomb Kings and Bretonnia are nowhere to be seen in any miniature range, like, there is no relation. We'll see, though. The old world kind of has a long way to go before everything is out, and everyone's kind of playing it again. It's either you have the old fantasy armies still, you bought the new old world stuff, which is 3 armies or 4 armies at this point, or you just 3D print everything because that's been supported for ages. Like, yeah. If you want the official Warhammer Fantasy stuff, you know, maybe you grew up on it, or you like the official models, like, you're going to be waiting a long time for some stuff. Like, good luck waiting for the Wood Elves, good luck waiting for the fucking any of the elves, to be honest. Nobody knows where they are. Then again, I never hear any elf players complaining about, like, I want elves! Because there are no elf players. They're all, like, ashamed of what they've picked. They're ashamed of what they've done. Slow but sure, we're getting there. We're kind of at the tail end of all the infantry, which is very nice. We're working on special weapons. We are almost donezo the big portion of the force. 10 troops take a very long time, it seems. Only 10 of them. Paint? I mean, I don't... I paint once in a blue moon, and when I do paint, it's just GW paint, to be honest. I should probably try and look into other brands for, like, metallics and shit, but for me, I just use the GW stuff because it's the most convenient. So I got no real recommendations. I am not a frequent painter. I'm a frequent scraper of plastic. I can tell you all the plastic scraping tools you might want, but, like, when it comes to finishing things off, it takes me a little bit to get there. Unfortunately. What are we at? Really useful. Are you just getting into the hobby? Is that why? Because if you're just getting into the hobby, it's a little daunting when everything starts to kind of add up. Like, really? That's all the shit I need? It's like, yeah, that's only the start of it. Just started a job, so now I got some money to start a hobby. Well, there you go. I was shaking as I was cleaning them. Yeah. I mean, I still do mess up sometimes, but, like, I've collected things for so many years that, like, I just have spares. So it's not that I'm like, you know, oh, don't use the other bits, but it's like if I want it done, I've got other parts, thankfully. When it comes to, like, building Warhammer minis, you need a blade. Size 11 blade, typically, like an X-Acto 11 with, you know, any sort of handle that you think feels good. This is like the workhorse, it'll do everything. You should also get yourself, in my opinion, 2 types of glue. A thick plastic glue and a thin plastic glue. You don't need both, but if you want to be building a lot of stuff, having those options is great. A thick plastic glue would be something from, like, Revel, or, like, a Games Workshop. Like, I don't have one on me. Like a GW glue, or the Tamiya extra thin, right? So a thick glue, a thin glue, a knife with a blade, a bunch of blades, size 11, a good pair of clippers, and 1,000 grit sanding sponges, and maybe 1,000 grit sandpaper. And that's it. That's basically everything you need to, like, properly build minis, I suppose. At least it's what I do. It's up to you, though. Maybe you don't want to be as in-depth, or you don't care as much about certain things, but the hobby blade is, like, the cure-all. Get 1 million grit. Why, so you can't even see what the fuck you're sanding? $50 GW, 30 20%. Yeah, I mean, it's just up to you, whatever you like, honestly. You can go into whatever paint brand you like, whatever's local, whatever's convenient, whatever's, like, up your alley, you know? For me, it was always about convenience, and GW was the most convenient paint brand, so that's what I use. Again, I may try, like, just metallics out of a different brand, but yeah, for me, the GW paints are just convenient, so I use them. Yeah, I'll give it a look. I will give it a look, good sir. Okay. Once this has been finangled, I think it should be good. Maybe even cutting down this so it, like, sits flush? Maybe, or maybe not. The finangling. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think I need to chop any more on this, then. Oops. Nah, it's just blue tack. It's like a sticky adhesive. It comes off. It's just to see how things look before gluing them. Very useful. Is that genuine rain in the background? No, it's just Spotify. I've got so many noise gates on this fucking microphone, you wouldn't even be able to hear, like, anything in the background, mostly. Fucking dog is, like, barking a lot. I mean, it's nice to have real rain, but, like, if you can't, it's like a 2-second search on Spotify and you get that fake shit. But it's good. It's excellent. It is excelente. Hmm. I got a lot of Storm Boys to paint today. Have fun with that shit. Those Storm Boy minis, you gotta put them on, like, flying stands to make them look good. They look like shit. And I had so many of them. Newbie here, is it possible to start over? I was supposed to do a white primer. You'd have to, like, strip the paint, so you need to find a material, not a material, but like a, I guess like a liquid. I don't know where you live exactly, but, like, in different parts of the world, they've got, different, like, solutions that will strip paint. So you could do it, it's just not advised to keep doing it, because then the mini kind of gets all, like, gross. But you could do it once or twice, yeah. Sitting near a fireplace with a bowl of warm soup is the best when it's raining. Bro thinks he's a hobbit. What the fuck? Bro's at the Shire. Bro is a hobbit. They do be smoking a lot. Yes, indeed. They smoke quite a bit. They do, they do. All they do is smoke and sit around and eat food and party, and they're gross. Paint scheme? Probably something to do with, like... Well, if you know Zufbar. In Total War, it's like this weird cyan-y looking color. But in lore, it's supposed to be, I think, like blue and red. We'll see. I will figure out something. I don't want to make it look too gaudy with, like, you know, bright colors, but... something that's not destructive on the eyes. Yo, yo. I barely have any paints now. Well, don't paint then. Just wait, right? You don't got to paint anything. You could just sit around and chill. It's better to have a concise idea for your paint scheme than just kind of like to jump into it, because if you jump into it, maybe you'll hate it, you know? You could try a few different things. It's good to muck about first and just see what you like and see what you don't like, and then once you figure it out, you know, apply it to the army, and you're like, great, everything's done. Or I'm closer to finishing, rather. So... it's like, once you've spent all this time doing shit like this, you don't really want to throw it away because you've painted it poorly. Or painted it not up to your standards, I guess I should say. Everyone's standards are different. Gladiator tank. I want to build a vehicle soon. I really, 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 really want to build the airship because I'm sick of building infantry. I'm not gonna lie. And I've never really built a Caradron kit, so it'll be fun to kind of like build parts of it and then figure out how to do the conversions. But I have a general idea. New painter should stay away from red and white. Not really. I think as a new painter, you should do everything because you're not going to learn otherwise, no? Takes a bit of patience and multiple coats and you're good. Watch a YouTube video or two. The thing about any hobby or anything in life is I feel like if you think something is too hard, you should at least try it. You know? Because you're not going to get anywhere not doing it. And if you want to do it, well, the only way to get anywhere is to do it. So, because I remember there was a guy who's like, you know, what army should I start with? What's the easiest to paint? Fuck the easiest to paint. Paint what you like, you know? If you like the look of something, take a little bit more time to make it look good. You don't have to have, like, the easiest thing, you know? If you do want ease of painting because you don't care as much, that's different, but I feel like you may not enjoy the hobby as much if you do things you don't really enjoy. Everyone's different, though. Okay. Thank God I have new sanding sponges coming in today, because this thing is beat to all hell. There's, like, no grit left on it. Just a little bit. It's like the placebo effect. It's like, oh, I'm doing it. It's working. Great. Like, kind of works. I would Google that stuff. Again, when it comes to painting, I don't typically paint. Like, I've painted maybe 2 minis in a year. Both of which were kind of, like, undercoated black, but I think for the most part, YouTube videos are a little bit better for that stuff. I do everything in kind of stages, so right now I'm just doing my building, and then after the building, I'll go, you know, practice on a few minis and refresh a bit of skills, and then do painting. So on and so forth, but I think YouTube's way better. YouTube as a resource for painting is, like, endless. You could do so much with it. It's really, really nice. YouTube. Okay. Test models are just better. Like, I don't think you start on a full army immediately. An army that you've spent lots of money on, and you spend all the time making them and basing them, and you're like, I can't wait for this to come out amazing, and then you start painting it, and you're like, this is fucking shit. Like, just paint one, go on eBay, go to like a local game store, buy a bunch of cheap shit miniatures, right? Beaten garbage, whatever it may be, and just paint a few things, right? You don't have to make it perfect, but you can start with like something small. Like, for me, before I actually paint this army, I'm going to be painting a bunch of, like, standard just dwarf warriors. Like, again, this was just a for fun test paint thing. The camera's a bit sharp on it, but it looks better. And then this one was also kind of a test paint thing. But it's, like, better to mess around on minis you don't care as much about, and then get back into other stuff. Up to you, though. Maybe you say, fuck it, hands on. I mean, you could do that, too. You could do anything you want. The idea is being happy with the end result. That is, like, the #1 thing. Well, these are Games Workshop plastics. 3D printers are resin. At least the ones with a lot of detail. And resin sometimes kind of is a little bit too brittle. Customizing with resin is fucking garbage. It's awful. Unless you've got like a really workable blend of resin, I suppose. Something a little bit more malleable. Because this plastic isn't hard. It's more of like a softish thing. You can't press it, but you can chop it easily. And if you just want minis to paint and you don't want to do anything with them, I would say all that stuff is great, because then you don't have to cut them, you don't have to do anything. But if you do like, you know, making your own look and coming up with your own ideas and stuff like that, you may want something a little bit softer. Which, again, there are resins that do that, but yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter then. Literally doesn't matter. Whatever you want to practice painting with, it's just find something that looks cool and just paint on it. Don't matter what it is. You know, if you do work with metal and stuff like that, it may need to be a little bit different with how you paint it, just because the paint can chip and all this crap, but it's not hard. If you're just painting something, then just go for it. Find whatever you think looks good. Roll with it. Yo, yo. We're good, we're good. We're chilling. We are about to glue. I can just clean this up when it's glued. Sounds like you're doing every goddamn thing. Broken pieces so you can practice. Yeah, that too. Everything. People are really nice at game stores. Sometimes Games Workshops will even give you miniatures for free. It's not common, but they will. But, yeah, you know, Amazon, cheap D&D minis, dollar store minis. Because it can also be the techniques you work on, right? It's not like you need to paint Space Marines and, oh, I got to do only Space Marines for painting. It's like, if you want to paint Space Marines, well, maybe try a bunch of flat panels. Maybe just start painting flat things. Whatever it may be. Pouches, gun casings. Yeah, I'm not interested in multiple armies, man. I am, whew. I was going through my Orcs and Goblins because I'm selling them. And I'm still keeping some of my Orcs and Goblins. Just because one day, you never know, maybe you'll love them again. But, yeah, there's just too many armies out there, and I've got no space, and I really love dwarves still from my childhood, so, like, that is my jam. Dwarves are my number one, and they always will be my number one. I love them so. They may not be real, but they are to me. Maybe it's mental illness, I don't know. Dwarf maxing. I mean, it's just what I love it. I like the collecting aspect. I love the lore. I love the books. I love the dwarven, just everything. Why is this coming out? This is the age of the dwarf. Listen, I've waited 9 years for a dwarven update from Warhammer Fantasy since it died, and this is like the day. This Saturday. Got that drop dwarf keyboard too. I don't even use it. I don't use it. It's cool because it has the Kuzdul fucking keys. You know, if you can read Kuzdul, the dwarven language from Lord of the Rings, or whatever, Tolkien, that's great. It's a little rough, you know, but the key, it's a little too big, and, you know, maybe I'll make it work on this desk, but I'm kind of okay with my gaming keyboard. It's a lot more compact, and it's easier to use. So, yeah. A little bit easier to work with. Doo-doo-doo. 9 years, 10 years in the making. Yeah, that's good. I still love it. It's fucking awesome, but, like, again, for my desk setup, it's just not as convenient as it should have been. And for that reason, I don't use it. Again, maybe I can redo my desk a little bit and do all that crap, but... Yeah, that's from Etsy. That one's from Etsy. I have no space to display my Lord of the Rings stuff, though. All my Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, all that crap is in storage. I have procured a little bit, a little too much Games Workshop history, and I'm running out of room. So I have to kind of, like, prioritize what I love more. Okay. Right, let me just push everything together and call it done for this guy for now. How much stuff are you tossing for your spring cleaning? Quite a bit. I have a lot of clothing that I have to go through as well. Again, I haven't been here consistently enough in a few years. And so, for that reason, you kind of, like, look at your stuff and you're like, you know, I don't like this, I don't want this, this doesn't fit, blah, 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 blah. You just gotta get rid of stuff. That's why I'm selling all the Warhammer, that's why I'm getting rid of, I sold a bunch of, like, alien stuff. Just, you know, you grow up and you realize some things aren't for you, and some things, again, don't fit, and you're like, get them out. I'll put my funds into something else, and that's it. $500 USD. You're fucked. 500 USD for a beanie like this? I think this thing was like $5. I play a lot of 40k, so I have a few armies I built and painted over the years, but now I'm selling a few of them because of space. Exactly. It's time to move on. If you don't like it, and you don't care about it, and you don't look at it with, like, that same, you know, gleam in your eye that you once did, get it out. Things change, people change. You know, some things you may love forever with the idea of, oh, I'm going to keep it until I die, but maybe you don't. I'm selling all of my orcs. I'm selling my Votan. Things I'm never going to do. Although, crazily enough, they just teased another Votan thing. So, like, who knows when that's coming out? Oh, yeah, for sure. Warhammer takes up a lot of space. This hobby takes up so much space. You need a hobby desk, you need, like, a collection space, you need shelving, maybe closet space for boxes. Like, this shit is a one-room venture. This is quite a bit. Solder. I did it in high school, but I don't really enjoy it. I did do it in high school, though. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. We had to solder, like, boards and shit, but outside of soldering boards, I never really thought of it as anything else, to be honest. Oh yeah, you could do that too. I know a lot of people do that actually for miniatures. They have all the LEDs lit up in like dioramas and stuff, and that's legit, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. You want to do lanterns that flicker, you want to do little lights that flicker. Absolutely. I mean, if you're into the miniature stuff, knowing anything intricate is useful. Also, I should be getting out of here in a few minutes, so I'm going to finish up here, and then I have to go for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be on the main channel. I gotta go grab my exercise equipment from outside. Flamethrower. Minigun. Yeah. I haven't played Vanguard. I've seen a bunch of games get played, so I can maybe answer a question. Yeah. I sat there watching games for like maybe an hour and a half. Are you talking about Riot Vanguard? I thought you were talking about Warhammer Vanguard. Or, sorry, it's called Spearhead. It's not even Vanguard. The boxes used to be called Vanguard. Never mind. Oopsies, I got it mixed up. Yikes. Well, that's shitty. And there's nothing you can do about it because you wanted to play League, and the only way to play League is with Vanguard. But, alrighty, folks, I do have to go. I will be on the main channel in about 20 or so minutes. I have to go take a dump and go get a few things, actually. But yeah, with that being said, I am out of here. Everyone take care, be well, stay safe, have a great fucking day. I'll catch you either momentarily on the main channel or maybe later here tonight if I get back on. I'm just whittling away. There's not much that goes on here. Everyone knows that, but it's to get more of the hobby out of the way, and